How's it going, Skyhook Ninjas? We hope everyone is doing really well at home. We also want you to stay flexible. We've put together another stretching video for you. All you're going to need is a chair. Go grab a chair now. Make sure it's one that nobody's gonna mind your feet being on. And let's go ahead and get started. Your first stretch is going to be an overhead stretch, but we're going to use the chair to make the most out of it. Make sure you're bracing your core, tightening those muscles. Lift your hand up and over your head and make sure the leg that is not on the chair is extended out so your body is getting as long of a stretch as possible. We're going to go ahead and do the other side now. So face the other direction, other knee on the chair, extend the other leg out, grab that chair, and then reach over your head, getting that stretch for 10 seconds. And you've begun to release your inner ninja. On to your next stretch. Square your hips so that you are facing your chair. Put one foot on the chair, keep that leg straight and your back flat, and then go ahead and reach towards that elevated foot. Really work on keeping your legs straight and your back flat to get the most out of this stretch. You won't need to lean very far. Go ahead and raise your other leg onto the chair, of course putting that first leg down, and stretch. We're holding all of these stretches for about 10 seconds apiece. Great job. Moving right along to our next stretch. Feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, with one foot being on the chair, both legs being as vertical as possible with your heels in line. Go ahead and reach down towards the ground, keeping your back flat. This is an abductor stretch, so you should feel it on the inside of your raised leg. Both feet should be toes pointing forward if possible. Nice job. Now go ahead and salsa yourself to the other side. Lift that leg onto the chair. Make sure you are still having a tight core, bracing your muscles, lining everything up the way it should be, and go ahead and reach. Like I said, you should be feeling this on the inside of that elevated leg. And nicely done. For the next stretch, you're going to take a seat in that chair. Make sure you have good seated posture. You're going to raise one leg, put your ankle of that raised leg on your other leg's knee. You're going to try and get that raised leg parallel to the ground, so it should be flat and parallel to your shoulder line. Go ahead and lean forward into that raised leg. Nicely done. You're going to do it with the other leg. Make sure you set up this stretch correctly. You might not need to lean very far to get a great stretch out of this. Next, we are moving on to a calf stretch. You're going to grab the chair, straighten those arms, flatten that back, straight legs, put one leg in front of the other, heel down, toes as high up towards the ceiling as you can get them, and then lean back. Your weight should be in that rear leg, but also pulling that front leg back to ensure a great calf stretch. Hold it for 10 seconds, and then go ahead and stretch your other side. Same method, straight legs, flat back, straight arms, heel down, pull back against it, feel that stretch in your calf. Nicely done. Great work. Moving right along to our second to last stretch, it will be a core stretch, a seal position stretch using that chair to get even more out of it. Have your hands on the chair, arms straight, shoulders neutral. Really stretch that core if you want to vary this stretch. Either bring your feet together or separate them depending on how you started. Superb. Now drop those knees to the floor. We'll go right into that last stretch. You are going to Allow your head to move down towards the floor, sinking past where your arms are, and get a great overhead stretch using that chair in a modified child's position stretch. Great job with that, Skyhook Ninjas. Now that you've stretched, I want you to take a second. Think of something you thought you did really well during that. Perfect. Now think of one thing this week that you're just really grateful for. Nice. Until next time, we're going to end with a Skyhook cheer. Put your hands towards that screen. Skyhook Ninjas on 3. 1, 2, 3. Skyhook Ninjas!